Hello everybody, video here for you today. This is the No Cap recap of the January 31st, 2023, Season 10, Episode 11 of The Curse of Oak Island called Oh Well. If you missed my recaps of previous episodes, there's a link in the upper right to the Oak Island playlist. Let's get into it. There is an island in the North Atlantic where people have been looking for an incredible treasure for more than 200 years. This episode opens with the team from Choice Drilling starting borehole CN11, 27 feet west of the garden shaft and next to the center of the blob area of the money pit, where it has been scientifically determined to be the location of the gold that is showing up in the water sample testing. Many years ago, Rick and the late Dan Blankenship were walking on Lot 26 on the western side of the island during the winter. They came across this well that was curiously not frozen over despite the air temperature being several degrees below zero. Dr. Ian Spooner recently tested the water and saw one of the only traces of silver found outside the money pit area. Lot 26 was previously owned by privateer James Anderson, who later sold it to former slave Samuel Ball, who started a cabbage farm there and somehow became one of the wealthiest people in Nova Scotia. The next day, Dr. Spooner collects a soil sample from the bottom of the well that can be carbon dated. While the borehole drilling continues in the blob area of the money pit, Rick and researcher Corin Maw travel to Liverpool, Nova Scotia, where they have been invited by the landowner to view this carving in rock close to the shore. Corin says it's a goose paw, a mark used by medieval Knights Templar Freemasons in Europe. He also says they are often on the cornerstones of Mason-built churches. They also see a big rock with multiple carvings on it, including this one that matches the one on the right seen by the team in 2021 at a Templar-built church in Portugal. Throughout the 10-year run of the series, the team has been invited to view believed Templar carvings in multiple areas of Nova Scotia. Rick says that anything that might be representative of older travels from the old world to the new world is of interest. After drilling to the target depth of 80 to 120 feet in borehole CN11, the final core reveals a thick layer of sand in between levels of darker soil. This is disturbed till and suggests human intervention. After getting a water sample for Dr. Spooner to test, they will move on to a hole further west, close to the center of the blob. On Lot 5 at the Archaeological dig, Miriam tells Jack Beckley that they might be getting to the bottom of the feature, but glass and iron artifacts are still being found. She then finds this clay pipe stem in between two of the rocks that make up the feature. The stem can be used to date the feature. The team expected to find many of them when they discovered the stone road in the swamp, but this is the first one found on the island. The group theorizes that perhaps the road builders were working in the swamp and living on Lot 5. Helen says these stems were used late 1500s to late 1800s. In the war room, Dr. Spooner presents the carbon dating information from a twig in the soil below the bottom of the well. It tested 1028 to 1172 AD, which matches the construction date of the paved area near the eye of the swamp discovered a few years prior. Next time on an all-new episode of The Curse of Oak Island called Beware the Blob. The next borehole intersects a tunnel Craig says points to the garden shaft. Gary finds what I assume is a fastener of some type, and he says it's a first for Oak Island. An expert tests something we don't see, maybe that item that Gary found, and says it's from the Roman Empire. And a core sample brings up something that results in team members saying, "There it is! That's what we're looking for." And Marty says, "Finally!" I'll continue recapping The Curse of Oak Island as the episodes air this season, as well as catch up on this season's previously aired and new Beyond Oak Island episodes as my schedule allows. Once again, I am Coach Steve Money, Ramsey Solutions Certified Financial Coach. You can schedule a free financial coaching consultation assessment with me at calendly.com/Coach Steve Money. You can email me about coaching or anything on my YouTube channel like Oak Island at CoachSteveMoney@gmail.com. Channel donations can go to paypal.me/Coach Steve Money. You can add me on the gram at Coach Steve Money, and this YouTube channel is youtube.com/Coach Steve Money. Thank you so much for watching.